Now, some may remember Southend in its heyday in the 60s when holidaymakers headed out of the city to enjoy the sun, sea and sand. Well, now it seems the old-fashioned break at the British seaside could be making a comeback, with more than half of us choosing to take one. Well, Aisha Baksh has spent the day on the Essex coast, and Aisha, any signs there that it's becoming more popular again?
Well, it certainly is. It's been very crowded. The only thing you need to do here is get an ice cream and enjoy yourself. 3/4 of those Brits interviewed by the survey by laterooms.com said it was nostalgia that brought them back, and it's certainly been nostalgic for us today. Not a computer game in sight. This is old-fashioned family fun, bucket and spade entertainment. And thanks to the credit crunch, families are flocking to Southend for their holidays and staying in guest houses such as this, the Ilfracombe Guest Hotel, just off the seafront. So Bertie, how's business doing? Have you noticed more bookings recently?
The hotel is doing very well at the moment. It's full of business people during the week, Monday to Friday. People just for a day or 2 days break from work, and they see Southend as the closest seaside attraction to London, and it's been very busy.
The local authority here have invested £100 million into regeneration of the area, and it's paying off. Over the last 10 years, there's been an overall increase of more than 2 million visitors.
Over the last 10 years, visitors have increased, those that are staying overnight and spending more time in Southend. The offer has increased over the years. We put on a lot of special events over the course of the summer. It starts with the air show and the spring bank holiday and goes all the way through to the August bank holiday.
But what about the cost? Well, we've calculated for a family of 4, travelling to Florida for a week, including hotel and travel, would cost £3,000. A week in Southend, £750. So what do today's visitors think?
I come down here a lot with my daughter and it's safe. I'm not worried at all about anything. There's always a good police presence and, you know, people around.
It's local to us and it's the nearest place for us to have a nice vacation, really.
So it's just like, you know, just trying to picnic and that, and so it's not got to be an expensive day, is it? So, and it's a nice day, and they've got the beach and that, so you like it, don't you, kids?
Well, they've certainly had a good time, and I've had a very nice time myself. I'm pleased to say I'm joined by Murray Foster from the Southend Business and Tourism Partnership. Murray, is Southend really bucking the trend?
I think so. Well, certainly on a day like this, it's superb. I've just been talking to a lady who said she came down on the train this morning, and it was really good value for money coming down to Southend. We do provide a lot of facilities which don't actually cost a lot of money for the whole family to enjoy themselves, and so therefore, and I just would encourage any family to get in their car, but even more so on the train, to get down to Southend.
But when they're coming here, it was 6 million this year, wasn't it? Are they actually spending money, or are they bringing picnics, for example?
I think it's a bit of a mix. I think that people are looking for value from their trips out, and obviously the cost of petrol's gone up, and therefore they're sort of bringing their own picnics along. But having said that, the restaurants we've got along on the seafront provide a superb range of food that is priced at all levels, so I think people can come and still enjoy a cheap day out, but a very enjoyable day out in Southend.
Would you say, though, I mean, everyone is suffering from the credit crunch, petrol prices are going up. Everyone's finding that here as well? It's difficult just to survive as a business?
I think that it's interesting in terms of whether by the cost of petrol going up, whether it keeps people local or they look for cheaper alternatives. But I think here Southend's got such a lot to offer that it'll overcome that issue about affordability.
Great. Well, there you have Southend on Sea, good value for money. Back to you.
And the kids behind you certainly enjoying it. Aisha, thanks very much indeed. And we'll be back to Southend for the weather later on. Now, Emperors